Hello. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the fucking clown show. I realised I just put round 3 in the title when it's round 2. I am spastic. Okay. I'll practice that shit a little. Okay. Man, I better not do that during the race. Well, that was, yep, there we go. Fence with funsies. I hope the microphone's working. I've got the shitty it's set on because its charging cable broke, so I don't want to use its battery when it's unnecessary. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, that should be better. That's gonna water it down. Didn't do that very well. Fuck. Well. Oh, Grady. I know I didn't do the entry very well. Brake too early. Well, I shouldn't have used second gear there, but oh well. Who have I got, I wonder? Oh, I got guilty! Guilty! Nah! Oh, I've got gone postal. Fuck me. That's not what you want to say. Really not what you want to say. Gee. Alright, that's all. Do the quick old OCD check. Make sure everything's good. And I'll do it again, because why not? What are the points? Yeah, fuck all. I need to get my rating up if I'm gonna have a serious crack at these. Kinda don't want to. Kinda can't be bothered with having a serious crack at these races. So Postal is at the top of the charts with DR. Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot either. Okay. Going with Renault. That seems about right, because he always drives it for dailies. Renault wouldn't be a half bad car around here as well. You should go it down for us. But, I suspect there are going to be some people really struggling. For this one, I'm just trying to see. Qualifying's not a big deal. Of course, I want to try and get in a good spot, but at the same time, I kind of just want to let the tyre saving do the talking. Get the advantage of exiting the pits first. That shit's made its use. No, don't zigzag to me, please. I'm not fucking about. I'm just gonna go for it now. I should have enough space to the rest of the thing now. Shouldn't have. Jesus fucking Christ. So, hey. Not a bad start. We can go better. Yeah, some people are going for a second flyer, so I do need to be careful. Okay, I should have enough room. So I can get that person's way. seriously. That's twice. He got in my way. That's twice. In a row. Shut up, Siri. It's fine. Fine. Pretty tired though throughout the rest of the... Oh, except for that maybe. Right. I'm using the mediums when I'm starting on the softs, there's no need. My car's bad enough when it starts. What's the bet this twat just decides, fuck it, let's go for a turn one. I hope I'll stay alive. I hope that. Okay. So far, Boobaroo gets pole position. I don't know where that timing would be in high splits though. 17.7. It's not really a great lap either. Second covering the top 15, that's like 4/10 off the rest. That's decent though, that's close. Send it to turn one, I'll fucking dare you. Just do it and see what happens. probably going to happen here, but that's okay. Because, I mean, generally speaking, he's going to have shit tyres behind him. But, I'll do that instead. Jesus. Oh my god. He dropped the ball. Big time. Oh gee. Oh, he was in the lead for 2 seconds and then just decided he had better things to do. I mean, he cut the second part of the chicane on the tree, but now it's your turn. Are you gonna bin it? There's no point defending. He's just gonna zip right around, zip right on by. One of those spots would be that other Lexus. Take care of that front left and get it to cross the line for lap 19. They can pass me, they can do what they like, but I am A-okay, I just need to keep the tyres alive. Simply because this car can't pass, first of all, and just have to be patient. It's probably better if we sit behind this guy because it makes us less vulnerable to others. Just making a dive, although we are pulling away from those two. Oh, hang on. How are they third and fourth? What happened to the other fella? Have a look at that one later. That excellent asshole. both looks pretty good so far. It's not looking about the same as the left rear. Around the lap, around 12 or so. No, he's got better tyres because it's where it's gonna. Some people are gonna be in a pinch if they pushed it too hard. Oh, fuck me. Way, he had a terrible run out of there. Far out. If I was close, I would have been there. To be honest, given that the straight's like 2 kilometers later, there's not really any point. No purpose to it at all, because I'm just going to fly right up back past me. Goal poster with an 18.6. not having a good time, is he? Is now the time? I don't know. Kind of feels like it is, but he's just so much straight line speed, it's unbelievable. Slide out of there, but still, he's still well and truly close enough to just zoom right on back in front of me. But we can't be doing too much of this, otherwise others are going to catch up. Oh, he's in the bump. Using all that exit runoff and he's trying to as well. Guilty's holding serve. Very well, actually. This guy's the right idea. He's willing to work together. It's just tricky to break the toe with this car. Us three have just broken away. The rest, Guilty's got he's a few seconds clear of fourth place. I know some people admitted like Post was clearly on soft, so he's doing 18s, but problem is can Guilty manage at one stop? This fella managed at one stop. brakes him very well. He never does that well at all. Definitely couldn't have managed this with the WRX. Due to the tire where I just copped in the arse. Slowly getting closer to being able to get a 1 second advantage before all this back straight. Slowly working my way. He's really throwing it under brakes there. I mean, to be honest, this car, it's straight line braking sucks, but if you can keep the speed and flow up, that's where this car shines. It's got way more downforce than any other car. Oddly enough, even with its lack of straight line speed, it's one of the worst breakers I feel. It just doesn't want to stop. That was close. Catch it, dude. He's having a red old go. He's driving really well. Seems like he's done a pretty good job conserving his tyres. It's pretty much just us doing relatively smaller lap times. Duration of this race. That's been really back on. I'm surprised he's holding off from overtaking. Just left him a bit clear. seem to get better exits, but then as our cars accelerated, obviously, he was back. How is he not spun yet? Well, seen him, he dips his car in the grass or in a bad spot. He's always in a half spin, like 2 or 3 times over that. Here's an interesting one. Does he go for an undercut? Maybe. No, okay, he's going tyres gone. His front left must be gone. Oh, we won that battle. Okay, so on to the softs we go. So I did expect those two to stay on. Well, I assume they're going to do a 2010 or something like that. Something along those lines. Oh gee, I'm going to go right in the middle of this pack, aren't I? Okay, we're good. Something's happened because the gap has shrunk and Guilty's now in first. Track in front of me. quite a big undercut benefit, Jesus. And I know some of that's got to do with whatever happened to BMW, but RCF into the first chance he got. Back markers are going for fastest lap. Now all I gotta do is not die. He said an 18.2. He is not going to make his tyres go 10 laps doing those sorts of laps. Doesn't matter, so I can care less about fastest lap really. watched another accident. Oh dear. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fuck me, what happened there? Luckily you had a big lead, but Jesus Christ, I didn't even do anything that much different, really. There's one thing I will say I do not like about the BRZ, it is no steering. Fuck's sake. Granted, he's been pushing it really hard, but hey, what an absolute bottle job. Jesus. His tires. I was nursing him just for the special occasion. this gap, assuming I don't do anything stupid, which I might find. All I can say is thank Christ for the big lead. How did it get from... I was only like a couple seconds in front of this fella when I went to the pits, and then it turned into 15 seconds. How does that happen? I mean... yeah, that was a good race actually. That was a good race. That was really good. Did I save the replay? Damn it, I don't know if I did. Shit. I need to have a look at this. Because I'm curious to see how my tyres did compared to others. So, this fella, yeah, his front left's looking a little worse. Mine are probably like a sliver better than these two. Here's a so, I mean, it's still a pretty small difference, and then now starting to get a much bigger difference. There we go. Yep. So our rears look the same, but the fronts, there's a decent difference there. definitely been conservative as well. Guilty did alright in his tyres. What about the end? So lap 19. Yeah, okay. That's why he struggled to pull his car up his last. Yeah. That's too bad. A bit left to give. God, they're almost bold. Look at that. And he went 20 laps, remember? He went for 20 laps. So why would you do that? Look at, oh, that's why. Let's have look at his first sector split. Yeah, I was about to say, that's 35.9, that's about 6.5 seconds, like the Delta says, what you should be doing. Can't stop his car. Like, look at that. Sorry for the yawn there. Guilty has closed right in, but his aren't doing too great either. Well, no wonder I gained that much then, because he couldn't steer his car. Guilty, we're about to back off, yeah. It's a bit of a messy power treatment at this point. Who cares really? This fella's done alright, hang on. Let's see his compared to the rest of us. Oh, fucking hell. So pretty much exactly the same. In fact, I think mine might be a twitch better. Yeah, there's nothing in that, but he's done alright. Fortunately, I've also got a... So, his last lap was a 20.3. Yeah, okay, mine was a 20.5, but... Oh, mine was also a 20.3, never mind. Yeah, so he was setting... Like, towards the end of the stint, he was setting the same lap times as me, but... Fella in P7. And also, man, is this car bad on fuel, like... Oof. So, I set a couple of 18s, but really I'm just trying to get these up. And I had about 12.5 seconds or so at this point, and then it went, God knows why, but it went completely to shit at this corner. So, brake, do it normally, just get the thing turned, try not to go full lock. And, yep, she kicks. Just twitchy behaviour, like those 2016 Group 2 cars, it's kind of impossible to rescue. You kind of gotta hold your brakes and pray you're not facing the wrong way. So, the fact that I end up having to, no, I didn't have to grab reverse, but I thought I was going to. But yeah, that's a massive double-digit lead. Gone. Completely gone. So now, and he pitted a lap later, don't forget. His front left is now looking slightly worse than my front left. And we're now setting identical times. So, it could have been a much bigger victory, but who cares? That's just for posterity, really. I just need to talk about building racing for future seasons, really, and because I don't really do these very often, so I had a pretty good race with this fellow early on, though. Oh, and this was funny. Had to get past, so I sort of just let it go. Because there's no point really. I'm trying to conserve tyres, not fight. So he overshoots it, and then he goes completely across the grass. And then, yep. See ya. Binned it. I was too busy focusing on where I was going to go. Really, I was just going to sit behind him. I didn't make contact with his car either. I didn't push him, make him get on the throttle, and then he spun his car. I did get a slight bump from this fella, but I did not once touch this guy's car. But yeah, this was pretty good, just trading laps against each other. So 20.4, 20.9, 19.6. Because he was slightly slower when he was running in front of me. But I could never get away because I could never break the slipstream. And by the end of the back straight, he would run on my arse again. So it was really difficult. I was about half a second, 6/10 there. Because this car's so weak in a straight line. It was pretty cooperative as well. He wasn't interested in fighting either, but you know, you're not going to come across that with your driver. Stings a little that I made that mistake, because if I was in a high speed, that would have just been this sort of stupidity would just be flat out unacceptable on my end. I thought it would be alright. I thought I was still balancing the throttle. I didn't actually realise until looking at it just now. I was actually foot to the floor. I thought I was still at 3/4 throttle. Yeah, that is too early. Yeah, okay. My fault. Now, I wonder how guilty not to be fixed. Let's see what happened. Diddle-dee-dee. Mr. Pistol. Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, shit. Where did he get that from? So he gets neck coated by Artsy, okay. see, and that's where he gets the damage. Wow, that is really bad internet. Oh, and gee, normally I'd say that's just the Thunder players being Thunder players, and I was in the mood to judge, but yikes. And look how much he's driven this car too, 58,000 or 59,000 he probably would have reached this race. Fucking hell, how much did you play this game? I don't think I've got that all up, all together. The only car I've driven the most is the South C9, and I'm close to, but I haven't reached 20,000 kilometers on that yet. Shit. Ugh. I feel hard done by too, but like, he's nowhere near him. Like, Jesus. Okay, so he was in 6th as well, so... Okay, so I'm just past this Porsche. Alright, nothing wrong with that. Contact, serious. Now, when does it get past Artsy? It can't have it. Wouldn't think the McLaren is a difficult car to pass just because it sucks at accelerating. Guilty, why are you saving fuel? Why are you shifting so early in that car? This is just as a measure so you don't run to the back of it. No, you're actually shifting on that. Where's this come from? Fuel is by no means an issue, and this car is... And looking at it, it's probably worse than the Citroen. Like, actually, scratch that. It's definitely worse than the Citroen, but like the Citroen, I can short shift. So when does he get past? Oh, did he have a? No, he did. Why didn't this play? Side by side when I shouldn't have really, because this car's just so close. So just modulate the brakes. I'm not slamming on it, keep it at 75%. Go for the switcheroo, which I didn't think I'd pull off because this thing can't accelerate for shit. I was in the mood to judge Artsy and say it's not impossible to go side by side because we managed it pretty easy. How did we go? Well, qualified pole, stayed there. I did 19 mediums, 11 softs. But I only won by 17. that's why I didn't use the Rex, because it punishes its front tyres, and especially on the softs, I barely made it with this thing. I did end up using the BRZ. Didn't quite get the quality lap I wanted. I got a 17.7. So I was ahead by 15 seconds, or a little bit less than that actually. It was about 12 and a half at this point. Maybe 11 and a half. But yeah, you just saw it there. I didn't realise I got into full throttle much earlier than I thought I did, and whack. I was considering doing 1812, and thank God I died off Citronal race. I'm surprised more people didn't pick that, given that the Group 4 rounds are probably at tracks that arguably don't suit all-wheel drives. Oh, boof, yeah. That's BRZ. Yeah, just... Yeah, I can see where I went wrong. I just didn't realise I was already at full throttle when I just landed off the curb. But yeah, like most other aerodynamic cars, such as this one, it's pretty hard to rescue once you're going that sideways. I'm interested to see what the race pace was for all the drivers in your lobby. I was sort of so far ahead though you could afford to do it twice. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It shrunk to like 3 seconds, and then it went to 2 because this guy was really pushing his tyres. And then it went down to just over 1 second before we ticked over for lap 30. And then his tyres ended up being worse than mine, and it went back to 2 seconds. But or did it? Did it just be? It was just 1 second in the end. I don't think. Maybe it was just 1 second. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm interested to see what people are doing in your race. I did notice Miss La was using the Rex for time trials, but I used both. I tried both. Wheeler wasn't closer. He did pretty well though. Have a look at pit stops. So here the AMG, yeah, yep, as usual. So this fella's tyres are literally about to go bald. I had 18.5 is pretty good speed. Oh yeah, jeez, I wasn't even close to that. I still have plenty left, but at least compared to these two, and I decided to screw it up anyway. And this fella was already struggling. It gap went from about over the course of lap 19. It went from about half a second, 6/10 to 1.5. Actually, just over 2, I think, if I recall correctly. Because he just couldn't steer his car. And I wondered why my gap had grown so quickly just from one lapper undercut. Or so much, I should say. I've noticed his fastest laps are often more competitive than his final finishing time relative to... Stupid YouTube, I can't read the rest of that comment. I need to have my laptop next to me so that I can have... so I can read the full comment. I'll start doing that. And Guilty, he's weren't quite bald yet, but he'd certainly be struggling too. So, got around him all in about 3 seconds. It's don't think that's malicious, because this guy was pretty clean. I think that's more just struggling with dead tyres. Creeping in the pit lane. He even hit the fence. That does explain quite a bit. While I was fastest lap being better than ranking position. You talking about guilty? Because my fastest lap was an 18.6, and based on what you told me, that's not too great. Guilty certainly had a good race. Plus, I'm gonna go third. That's a decent effort. Anyway, my headset's going flat, so I better call it there. Had fun driving the thing. Nearly threw it in the bin, but it's alright.